Now, before y'all go in the comments and call me a Scott the Woz wannabe, let's be real, who wouldn't want to be Scott the Woz? Yes, physical media. Not you. One thing I am delighted to see as of late is the return of physical media. More people are buying physical games now and buying a Blu-rays and CD soundtracks because people are tired. People are tired of music artists not being supported through services like Spotify and not being able to make a living that way. People are tired of their games having the possibility of being stripped away from them. People are tired of shows being removed or movies being removed from streaming services at any given time. So in the age when these things were just starting to go away, we are now seeing more people than ever in the past 10 years buying more Blu-rays, buying physical games, buying CDs, and physical media is great. I've been collecting a lot of Blu-rays as of late, trying to fill out that collection. I'm not as big of a fan of DVDs because of the low playback quality, but I will buy DVDs in instances where there is some special content exclusive to the DVD release, or there isn't a Blu-ray release of said content to begin with. So that brings us to this, the My Little Pony Season 1 DVD. As you can tell by the look of this thing, it's a little generic, because, I mean, it is the first season, but this is one of those box sets that's like the size of a DVD case, and they can fit 4 DVDs in here. They got the whole season in here. I picked this up a little bit ago because I wanted to indoctrinate my nieces into liking the show, and they have one of those DVD player things like that go in the back of headrests of cars or whatever. Even though you can access all this on free for YouTube or Freevee or whatever, I thought it'd be nice, because originally I didn't want to buy these, because again, I'm not a fan of the low playback quality. But when I was playing the first episode, I saw that there was director's commentary for some of the episodes, and I was ecstatic. Now, isn't all the episodes, it's only a handful of them. Friendship is Magic Part 1 and 2, Winter Wrap-Up, and then there's 3 more on here. I forget which ones. The Showstoppers is one of them, and The Best Night Ever. And why am I not remembering, I'm not remembering the third one, or the sixth one right now. But there were 6, I guarantee you. But a little thing about this set is that if you look at the date here, this came out, it's copyrighted for 2012. This DVD set came out in 2012. And if you know anything about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, you'd know that Lauren Faust pretty much left after the first episode of Season 2. And that aired in 2011. So, Lauren Faust was the director of My Little Pony for all these episodes, was no longer director by the time this DVD set came out. So, did they bring her back for these directors' commentary? They did not. They just did not. We have Jason Thesian, who is like the current director for that like era that was coming out, like season 2 and 3. The primary director for those seasons. He was there for the director's commentary, as well as some Hasbro executives and voices, like the voice of Spike and the voice of Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, and also the voice of somebody else that I'm missing right now. I'm sorry. Celestia. It was the voice of Celestia. That was after thinking for a minute. So it just feels weird, because these characters and people like in the room when they were recording these directors' commentaries, they'll say things like, "Oh, how did this decision come to be? How did this art direction come out? How did this thing happen?" And the director will basically say, "Yeah, that was all Lauren's idea." And Lauren's not there to give any insight. So, like, sometimes it's just, like, nothing. Like, it's fun to hear, like, some of the voice actors, like, messing around and, like, having a jovial time or whatever, just laughing at stuff like this. But, like, there's no actual insight most of the time. And by the time you get to Winter Wrap-Up, that's when you have people, like, walking in, like, in the middle of these recordings. Like, the person who wrote the Winter Wrap-Up song is the person, they just walked in halfway through Winter Wrap-Up. And they're like, "Hey guys, I'm here." They didn't really have to comment on Winter Wrap-Up because the song was already done by then. But it feels weird. It feels like this was just a cobbled together thing the people were coming late into the recording studio and they weren't really saying much. So while I am usually a fan of like director's commentary over episodes, I think that's a really cool idea. This just feels cobbled together. This is especially evident by the fact that, like, one, it's only 6 episodes. Of course, I don't expect them to do the whole 26, but I figure they could have done a little more. But only 6 episodes out of the 26, and this is the only time they do it. At least for the season sets, they for the Equestria Girls movies, I think all 4 of them got director's commentary on their DVDs, but this is the only season that did this. The second season set, which I did order, it's not come in yet, but I think it has some stuff from like Comic-Con and panel readings and sing-alongs and stuff, but no director's commentary, which is a shame. I'd love to see like the episode 1 and 2 and the finales of season 1 and 2 being covered by the directors. Some of the people who are a little more involved this time, instead of, Lauren Faust being the main director, and she's literally not here on the director's commentary. But, it's fine. It just could have been a little more, and I feel like the set is just, like, a weird thing to put out. That and, like, a lot of little things, like how, like, generic this looks, how, like, weird Applejack's eyes look on this. This just looks like a bunch of PNGs thrown onto here with a little synopsis. You look at the discs, and one of them has Princess Cadence, a character who doesn't appear until the finale of Season 2, a Canterlot wedding. Why is she on the Season 1 disc? I don't know. There's also, like, little printouts that you can put the 4th disc in your computer, and you get color and pages you can print out, which I guess is kind of cool. Also, Celestia here, for some reason, just doesn't look right. She looks weird. I think it's because, like, the green isn't really in her hair in this version, and also the art style just looks a little off. So, like, this whole thing is just really weird look. It's just like they put a weird amount of effort into it, where it wasn't a lot, but it wasn't like a little. It's like they made director's commentary, but they didn't have any of the bigger voices on it. People who actually worked on the show, like Lauren Faust, and we didn't have the voice actor for Twilight. We didn't, and then you just have like things thrown together, like oh, let's just throw Princess Cadence on the 3rd disc. For some reason. Could have put literally anybody, could have put Princess Blue Blood, could have put some more of the Apple family, could have put the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They would have been perfect. Have 3 of the main 6 here, 3 here, and then, Princess Celestia could be here. Or Princess Luna could be here, and then Princess Celestia. Why did they put Cadence? She's not in this season. She doesn't exist yet. Why are there random sparkles all over her? Why does Princess Celestia just look like this? It's just so weird. Why did they do it like this? Also, on top of that, I didn't even need to buy this for the director's commentary because they're all available for free on YouTube. I'll leave a little link in the description to a playlist of all these episodes, plus the Equestria Girls ones. But they say nothing most of the time. They say some, like, cool things every once in a while, and I have some nods to the brony fandom, like, in the director's commentary. But other than that, it's just, they're just having fun. Like, they're not saying a lot of interesting director's commentary stuff most of the time. They're just having fun, which is fun to watch in itself, but calling it commentary kind of implies that it's gonna be like about the show, the making of the show. That's what people would think, and then it's just not. But then again, this is a show for like 7-year-olds, 7-year-old girls, and I'm 19, and I'm obsessing over this. That might be a problem with me a little bit, but yeah, that and just the fact that Shout Entertainment, which I believe, what are they just called Shout? I wouldn't even remember Shout or Shout Kids. That's the company who, like, produced this, and their contract ran out by Season 7. So, like, Seasons 8 and 9 didn't even really get anything. There is this, like, Malaysian company who made what is probably bootlegs of Season 8 and 9, but that's, like, the closest we've got to official release of 8 and 9. So, like, at least Season 7, my favorite, got a release like this. But, like, 8 and 9... they're left high and dry, which screw Season 8, but like Season 9, really? We couldn't finish it out. You couldn't work it out with another company or something. But yeah, that's the weirdness of the My Little Pony Season 1 DVD, and just like the DVD set as a whole. I hope I plan to collect the rest of these, and I hope that the other bonus features are worth it, even though there's not any director's commentary on here. So, yeah.